there's a lot of black dudes that would like to date black women, but black women aren't into them. And so they're relegated to dating outside their race. And then they get on for dating outside their race.
I think that's a misconception. I think that,
that right there. Why is that a misconception, Charlemagne? We already know that's what happens in the black community.
I traveled a lot when I was a kid, very talented, very gifted musically. So because of that, when I came back to my neighborhood, when I was dealing with certain black women, you're different. You talk funny, you dress funny, the music you listen to is funny. I don't like being because I had flip-flops on or I had a turtleneck, I'm gay.
I think because I had that professional, clean-cut R&B type of look, that's why I also mostly attract Hispanic and white women. And you guys be in the comments like, do you not like black women? I'm like, black women don't like me.
Shit, I got the most pussy when I was broke. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. All I can do is know was to fuck. So I perfected that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I can do, bro.
Yeah.
I got the most pussy when I was broke.
That's my type. That's my type. Nigga, that's my type. I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave some.
So let's get into this whole, and I hope they don't flag me for this. I'm not sure if Flagrant 2 has any restrictions on their content, but I definitely clipped this up so we can get into this whole corny/nerd type thing, discussion that's been going around in regards to Michael B. Jordan. We talked about that before, but I felt it needed a little bit more insight, especially with the video that I saw from Flagrant 2, where they had Andrew Schulz, who was a funny comedian, and they had Charlemagne the God, radio host of The Breakfast Club, which I am very familiar with. So when I have this opinion of Charlemagne the God, I just want you guys to understand that I supported Charlemagne the God for a while. When I first started listening to podcasts, The Brilliant Idiots was one of the first podcasts that I actually followed back in maybe 2013, 2014, because I used to like the way that he was like very raw and he just told the truth. But then his content has gradually changed over the years. And in particular, in this conversation of what a corny black man is. We all know what corny means, but for Charlemagne to say what he said on Flagrant 2 was absolutely absurd. He's trying to make up his own definition of what corny is when we all know what it actually is. So let's play this quick video from Flagrant 2 in regards to corny. And just pay attention to how Andrew Schulz is the voice of reason. And he's a white man.
What we'll talk about is like, there's a lot of black dudes that would like to date black women, but black women aren't into them. And so they're relegated to dating outside their race. And then they get shit on for dating outside their race.
I think that's a misconception. I think that,
that right there. Why is that a misconception, Charlemagne? We already know that's what happens in the black community. And like I said, I'm going to finish the video, but that bothered me. Bro, you don't have to lie. We all know how it is. So let's continue. Lord.
There's plenty of black women that want to date black men, but everybody has all of these standards and these rules of engagement that don't even necessarily make sense. Like, it's all of these things that keep us from actually, bonding with each other. Like what you just said is one of those things. Like you said, black women what do you say? Black women want to date black men, but they don't. For what do you say? What reason was that?
Black men.
Black men want to date black women.
There are black dudes that want to date black women, but black women are like, nah, this dude's corny. I don't want to date him. And then a white girl might, so he's like, okay, I got it.
That could be Michael B. Jordan.
Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it.
Those were 2 black women calling Michael B. Jordan corny.
But that's their that's their opinion.
Al. Exactly. It's simple. We know how this narrative plays out in the black community. And like I said, I supported Charlemagne. Look, so let's show these real quick. So I've read and bought both of his books. Black Privilege was the first one, and also Shook Ones. Read both of his books. I also have them on audiobook as well. So I know Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I followed his content for a while. I read many books, especially for the people that I follow. I know we got some Detroiters in here, one of my favorite books of all time was Jalen Rose's book, Got to Get the People What They Want. That was one of my favorite reads ever. So for Charlemagne to sit there and lie and have Andrew Schulz, a white man, to speak the truth, that was very unnerving to me. I'm like, bro, you could be honest. It's okay. We already know what the narrative is. For that woman to call Michael B. Jordan corny and then stand on it, it's just absurd to me. Like a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a movie star. The black community is so effed up in regards to that whole corny thing. It is just foolery. Like all this stuff that they talk about black men being corny, and then Charlemagne not acknowledging the fact that this is what's happening in the black community. It was crazy for me to hear. I always have some type of video to back up what I'm saying in regards to why black men think and know that black women feel that way about hood dudes and corny guys. So without further ado, you know me. Let's go here with it. Let's watch this video.
And I'm going and I'm dating these guys, they want to mistreat me. But then when they go to other girls of other cultures, you know, they going above and beyond. And it's like, okay, so let me just go to the hood, because the hood already going to go above and beyond when he comes to a girl like me, because he's going to appreciate what I bring to the table versus a good guy who knows he has all these options. He's going to take me for granted. So I'll just go to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Take me on the adventure I deserve.
You said something really good there.
I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
But you want you what?
Well, let's go back.
I want you to like me.
Listen to what she said.
Said something really good there.
I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
But you want you what?
She said she wants a man to like her so much that he shoots her in the foot. That is Drea Michelle from Instagram. She's an Instagram model, businesswoman. That's what she said. And that's how she lost her Fenty deal with Rihanna for saying that. Let's continue.
I want you to like me so much that if I'm trying to get out the car and you're like, no, sit your fucking ass in the car. And I'm like, no, nigga, I'm fucking getting out the car. No, you're not.
He shoots you in the foot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pull your gun out and show me like, bitch, leave. I wish you would walk out the door. You already pull your gun out.
Good morning, beautiful. Just want to let you know I've been thinking about you all night. Last night I had such a... Bitch, wake up. You ain't sleep, ho.
Lord, my goodness. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, I don't know. And one thing that I noticed that every time I bring this conversation up, there's typically a woman in the comment section that are trying to invalidate it by saying, well, why are you guys talking about those type of women? You wouldn't even date those type of women. But I always point them back to the videos that I did in regards to the Roommates podcast and the Fresh and Fit podcast. Most people say that Fresh and Fit only bring bimbos on there. But they started to do that question where they ask, what's your level of education? Most of the women have college degrees on their show. They kept referring to Fresh and Fit. They started asking, what's your highest level of education? Because they were trying to make a point that you guys are saying that we bring on uneducated women on purpose when it's not true.
People say all the time, yo, Fresh and Fit, you guys bring on women that are stupid bimbos and blah, 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 and all this other shit. They talk shit about the women that we bring on the show. And we tell them, listen, there's a lot of educated women on the show. There's a lot of girls that come in that are not stupid bimbos. We've been defending y'all a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when we bring you on the show and you guys embarrass yourselves, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Highest education level completed?
Bachelor's.
Okay. Cool. And social work, sociology, social work?
Social worker. I actually studied law. I have a master's degree from University of London.
My highest education level, I have a bachelor's in poli-sci from UPenn.
We got an Ivy League person in the house.
Yeah, I just graduated from UIC in Chicago.
I got my master's.
What'd you get your master's in?
Psychology.
Same thing with the Roommates. They all have the same talking points, the same women who think like this. Just on Fresh and Fit, they may be a little bit more scantily clad, as opposed to the Roommates used to do their sit-down interviews with young women. They used to interview women. They did a series of about maybe 10 interviews where they interviewed a bunch of young women. The same talking points that the women on Fresh and Fit had, the women on the Roommates had as well.
Let's start with height. Lowest height we can go.
Go ahead. I myself am 5'3". I'm just saying like a foot. So 6'3".
Minimum height for you.
Like 6'5".
All right.
Yeah, see, I already knew it.
How tall are you, babe? I'm like 5'3", 5'4".
6'5".
damn.
What are you gonna do with this 6'5" ass guy?
I mean,
This is gonna sound bad, but I would hate when I would tell a guy, I'm like, oh, I really want flowers. And he would only just get me flowers. Why couldn't you get me flowers and chocolate? Why couldn't you just go the extra mile to think outside the box?
Oh, I really want flowers, but then they don't follow through. But then if they follow through and then you already told them you wanted flowers, you don't want them anymore because you had to tell them. You know what I mean?
And that goes back to communication.
On the Roommates, on We Need to Talk, and also on the Lapeef Show. The women have the same mindset.
Because they're running to you, right?
Oh, dang the white women.
What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do with that?
You could literally go to any of these platforms and you could probably see the same thing in regards to the mindset of these women. So women will get in the comments and they'll say, well, those are the women that you guys don't want. But like I said, Drea is a businesswoman. She's a model. Jessie Woo has her own brand. These are typically women that you would consider successful Black women. So to try and invalidate their experiences and what they're saying is just crazy because these are the women that are in our Black community.